I'm outside the palace of the former Sultan of Johor. And today we're trying to find out, is Johor Bahru the most unfriendly city in Malaysia? Just across the road from the palace there's this extremely dystopian looking building that looks like it's from a video game. Not sure what that's about. Definitely has a kind of Cold War vibe to it, but the area is pretty interesting. So this is the gate to the former Sultan's palace, and there's a bunch of buildings across a huge grassy area. You can see even like in the distance up on the hill there's buildings going back through that way. And apparently, I've been told, there are signs around here that warn that you'll be shot if you try to climb the fence. But also there's this lovely old British building here, which is the High Court building these days, and we're pretty much on the waterfront. So we're gonna head down this way a bit now and see what we come up with. So just down the block is the entrance to Chinatown. We'll have a look a little bit through here. So Johor Bahru, it's a very interesting place. It's early morning, sun is coming up, and the city's waking up, and it's a long time since I've been here. It's got some interesting heritage, and I didn't notice that the first time I came here, which was probably 15 or 16 years ago. And I arrived in the night actually, and I was just looking for a room on the way to Singapore, because something interesting about this place, you can use it as a cheap place to sleep when you're visiting Singapore. Save a lot of money. Singapore is super expensive, of course, so it's just waking up here in the morning. Good time to have a look around, but you won't see a lot of the businesses that would be maybe a bit interesting when they're open, I guess, but it's a good opportunity to get through here before it's too busy around here. So yeah, that's what I did. I came through here, got a cheap room, and I thought it was like very seedy and very dirty, and I didn't really walk around that much. I didn't realize that there were so many nice old buildings around here. It's actually a quite decent place. The buildings in the distance behind the trees, that's Singapore. We'll have a closer look in a wee bit here. This amazing building, look at this one, eh? Fine example of old architecture here. And we'll head down this way in a second, but we'll just swing up to the corner here and have a little peek as well. So is it unfriendly here in Johor? Well, we're going to talk about that in a little bit and see what you guys think as well. There are different aspects to the place. Some little side alleyways. Good morning. Looking well today, all dressed well, looking great. Excellent. So yeah, different aspects. Good morning. Let's have a look from this corner. So very colorful here as well. And we're going to explore the different aspects of Johor Bahru. This girl wearing very short shorts, right? It's a Muslim country, Malaysia, but it's got different types of culture. And of course there's the Chinese culture, which is, some of it's Muslim actually, but not all of it. We're going to have a look down at that corner in a little bit, but we're just going to swing back to the corner with this really lovely building, and we're going to turn left and go down there and then swing around to that corner. Okay, so let's swing a left and check out along this block. Anyway, as I was saying, the Chinese community, they have different beliefs, you know, Buddhism, Confucianism, so on. And there's a large Indian community in Malaysia as well, of course. Can be Hindus, Sikhs, Muslims as well. And of course, the Malay community, which most of them are Muslims. So this place is opening up now, guys. So you're gonna definitely see a bit of commercial activity, don't worry. It's not too early. You can get some nice snacks and a morning coffee happening at this hour. And yeah, some nice places that have been open for quite a few generations as well, with some local kind of specialities. So Singapore again, just over there. This empty lot here, something's going to happen with this one, the other end of Chinatown, another gate. And this place here, they're building something. Hopefully it's got an old vibe to it. It'd be nice if they can, good morning. It'd be nice if they can make it fit in somehow, right? Let's head along the block here. So there's plenty more, but the Chinatown is not that big. This is not a place where I'd say, you know, plan a whole trip around just coming here. It's a place if you're on the way to, say, Singapore, or doing a kind of a round trip around Malaysia, I'd say definitely stop in here, right? And it's not really too conservative, as you can see. So yeah, we'll have a look down here in a second, but I just want to tell you guys there's a pretty cool kind of food market on this elevated area. Looks like it was something in the past. It's got foundations around the bottom that have been broken down, and they've built this food market kind of, I guess, temporarily. So we were just up on that corner a minute ago, and this is a weird mosque with this like glass minaret here. Very strange. So you've got the rainbow steps here, guys. The Rainbow Bridge. Little Jimi Hendrix reference there for y'all. Okay, so this is a nice strip along here. We're gonna go out through that way in a minute, but we're gonna do it by swinging around the corner here. So yeah, some good spots to get a morning coffee, or a morning tea is a nice option as well. Malaysia, good morning. Malaysia is quite famous, well, not famous, but well known, let's say, for tea growing up in the highlands of the country. You see a gentleman there having some tea, some nice tea as well. So there's quite a bit of development going on around here, as you can see, and let's just hope it comes out well. But I can see, since I've been here, they've obviously put a lot of time and effort and money into doing up this city. The footpaths are not very old looking. They're quite nice looking in the areas, in the area where I stayed in the past, which was really grotty before. I mean, it's still got a bit of an edge to it, right? But if we look to the sides here, you can see there's some not very nice looking 80s buildings, and some newer ones as well, which look a wee bit nicer. But interesting looking one here, Bazar Karat. It means market or bazaar. Bazaar. How bizarre, how bizarre. And what's this chap doing standing out here in the middle of the road? All right. Good morning, how are you? So yeah, we're just swinging around. I said we'll come out further up on the corner, and here we are. Oh, that's that same girl with the same shorts as well, right? So yeah, so Malaysia's fairly relaxed as far as like what you can wear and so on, and not offending people or whatever. Let's head inside this really amazing looking gate here. It's a bit of a graffiti street set up here. And there's another market that sets up in the evenings, just up on the rise there. Let's walk under the covered walkway here. So there are a fair few covered walkways in this part of the city. And it's really nice if it's sunny out or raining. Most of these ones in this part of the city are not blocked off by selfish merchants, which is really nice. Bit more street art over here. Quite often in different parts of Southeast Asia you have these kind of colonial era walkways like this, and then more street art, by the way. And then you've got these merchants who decide, no, it's my area, and they put stuff there on purpose to make it that you cannot use the area as a footpath. So you have to walk out in the sun, or usually in the road, actually. They block off everything. It's pretty odd. It's not the majority. Well, it is in some places, like Phnom Penh, or yeah, we won't get into the finer points of it. Anyway, here's a really lovely temple. Lovely. And we'll have a closer look at this one in a minute as well. How are you today?
Hi.
You're looking really well.
Thank you.
Sporty, healthy, very good. Bye-bye. All right, so we've got a poster girl for this episode, guys. Look at this amazing erection. My goodness. And I'm not just making another Southeast Asia pun, or am I? Yes, no, I'm not. Talking about erections, like last night, there was a great night market set up along this parking lot area. This is the glass minaret, by the way, with this interesting strange mosque, and some more street art down here. But yeah, there was quite a cool night market for food there. And we're gonna just go up here and I'll tell you about the amazing erection. Hey, just coming up on the rise here. Former looking British type house. Colonial period house. This amazing erection here, erected by the British Empire in the good old days of glory and etc. Look at this though. It's one of the, it used to be the tallest building in Malaysia, and we'll talk about this one a little bit, but I'll just show you on the side here. They're doing a little bit of construction. Hopefully they're going to open public access to this at some point, but there's some other nice buildings along the side here as well. And this one's newer, but it fits in like a kind of ensemble. Okay, so this building, it used to be the tallest in Malaysia, and you can see it mixes styles. British mixed with the kind of Sultanate style, I guess you'd call it. And that's a good example of the kind of things that people were doing back in the day. So it was a really big thing back in the colonial days to mix the styles of the colonial country with the local region, and many surviving examples in the region. Have you forgotten anything? Forgotten a lot, actually. Short-term memory loss and long-term for many things. Many times people have told me stories of crazy things I've done, which I don't remember at all. Let's head back down towards this temple corner. Good morning. How are you? Happy today? So we'll be looking at this temple a bit more, as I said, but first we're just gonna swing along this way, and there's this Sikh temple here next to the Hindu temple where I had dinner last night. Actually, it was great. So it's a special thing about Sikh culture that they quite often like to invite people to eat with them. I used to eat breakfast quite often in Bangkok at the Sikh temple there. So just up along here, there's some more shop houses. If you go further down here, like a few blocks, there's an old cathedral as well, built by the British. And there are different old British buildings sprinkled around, but not all clustered in one spot. But here there's this really nice, obviously very old Chinese temple. Gentleman here, getting the good vibe going here. It's a really nice gateway here. Okay, we'll leave them in peace and give them respect and let them do their rituals. Let's head back to the corner with the wonderful Hindu temple, and we'll turn left there. Strolling along one of the many department stores in the city. Good if you need a toilet option. It's always a good tip to know about stuff like that. So there's a bit of a flower market. Hello, good morning. Along the side of the Hindu temple, which is very fitting. Hello. some nice desserts here as well, and some crispy snacks. And yeah, people can get some nice floral offerings. Okay, some buildings are kind of beyond repair, obviously, in the old parts of these kinds of places, but yeah, so it smells nice here. It's not always a nice smell as you're walking around this town, I can assure you, but here it smells really nice with all the flowers. And another little side lane here, not so interesting looking, but the gateway to the fantastic temple here. It looks really great, doesn't it? Look at that, eh? Wow. So the peacock spreads its fan. Yeah, memory of an elephant. Not me, actually, but it's because my memory is full, almost full. Yeah, well, it's full to the point where, yeah, seems to not function like as it used to, put it that way. There's this cool old bridge here, and this part here has been renovated along this strip. There's actually this canal and another old bridge down there. These bridges seem to date from the British period, I would say. And this very cool old cinema here. See, it says Pawagam Broadway. That's a nice relic. So this street here has a weird name. Let me see if I can remember. It's a Wong Afuk. Wong Afuk. Wong Afuk. Yeah, so I guess most of us have had a Wong Fuk, but that's life, guys, you know? Anyway, and it's got a fitting name. This is the place where I stayed years ago in a cheap hotel here. It was very grotty and overpriced, and some of the worst looking street walkers I've seen anywhere in the world were hanging around along outside here. Let's head down this way a little bit. And last night I noticed one block over there were still many of these rough cut pants, we can say, to be polite or not. Yeah, but anyway, it's a family channel, guys, and you know, yeah, everyone's in the same boat, or punt, at least in this neighborhood, it seems, or at least, yeah, there's a few of them, but anyway, we're gonna head down. Morning, hello, hi. This old colonial building houses the local police station on the same street where all the rough cut punts hang out along here, one block across from where we just were. So from the very tall former colonial building in the distance that we were looking at a little earlier, the Japanese High Command in World War II were able to spy on Singapore just across the Causeway here. That's Singapore, guys. And this is the Causeway in the early morning light. They could plan their attack on Singapore from that building. It apparently still has some small traces of damage as well from British fire. Place to get some laundry done here if you're on the road. What do you think, sir? It's a good place to have my laundry clean here? Not bad, thank you. So for the longest time, Johor Bahru has had the feeling of being a feeder city, a place that's basically a commuter hub to provide Singapore with cheap workers. Perhaps that's why it's got this kind of a gruff, no-nonsense, busy, no time for pleasantries kind of vibe. There's been so much new construction, I really didn't recognize the place when I got here yesterday. This walkways, new looking train station area over here. Like so much new stuff. Well, I haven't been here for probably over 15 years, so it's really different, unrecognizable when you arrive. So we're just coming up to the train station area now. So all this construction, yeah, it's the second biggest city in Malaysia. So they've put in many new buildings and all new train tracks from here to Kuala Lumpur. And this area is where a lot of commuters come through. It's very crowded, very busy, and people don't seem to have a lot of time, which I guess accounts for what I'm talking about, that it's not got the friendliest vibe around this area, let's say. But okay, so with all these new train tracks, should be a good situation for getting train tickets, right? But they seem to be sold out like most of the time, and no staff here. Or there's someone. So the hustle and bustle, and yeah, people have sharp elbows around here. They cut in front and push in front and so on, and not a lot of smiles. Can be a little bit aggressive energy, to be honest, when you're walking around this modern part of the city. And the outer-lying suburbs are definitely not very nice to look at either. Quite depressing looking, actually. But as you've seen, the old town, definitely worth a look. And I would definitely say stop in and spend like enough time to have a wee look around. And it's a nice break along the way, guys. But you see not a lot of happy faces here at this time, or any time that I've walked around this area. So cannot take video in this part, right? Okay. Do you think Johor Bahru is a very friendly place?
Johor Bahru?
You think it's friendly city here? Friendly? Or so? It's business here, right? Busy, right? Yeah. All right, thanks, man. Cool. People bumping into me everywhere, and I'm just walking normally along the way. Anyway, there you go, guys. Perfect examples. So thanks for coming along, guys, and please hit subscribe and like and give us a comment. We'd really like it, of course. And yeah, please support the channel direct through YouTube. Would be great. Hit the button below there, or through the Buy Me a Coffee link in the description. And we'll see you in the next one. And don't be late.